All right, y'all, let's go. And we here.
For your show
And
now,
we
press
good.
1. To hear important instructions, press 2.
And
It
we
appears
good.
you're
Yeah,
calling
yeah,
back into a
no.
live show. Reconnecting you now.
DG show, baby. A DG show, baby. It's gonna be alright. Yeah, you think it won't be alright, but it will. Thursday, the first day since Friday, we gonna be alright. Yo, you know how I play and you play. We do this thing today, and everything is gonna be okay. Yo, we sway. Y'all think it to the way we want you to, but you know how we really do. Yeah. So here it is, the Daily Go Getimism Show, Throwback Thursday. Let's get real about relationships Thursday. And tonight we're talking about, oh, oh, oh my goodness. We talk about they talk reckless and crazy. I mean, can that happen? Well, we're going to take a look at it tonight. They talk reckless and crazy, but they're harmless. Well, we might be able to look at this in a variety of ways. Some people grew up in households where their moms or their dads was always yelling. Nobody ever talked in a voice that was a regular sounding voice, regular sounding voice. It was always yelling and screaming and arguing and fussing and fighting and all of that. But the love was there, and you really did know that they cared. But outside of your family and even inside of your family, you may have saw that there was violence beyond what the words were. Maybe not on a severe level, but definitely on a level that would keep you alert and keep you on notice. Now, when you get beyond what you know in a person, how does being yelled at, screamed at, argued with, and all of that, how does it affect you? Because it affects some people differently. So how do you get to the point where you know that a person is not being real serious with you or not really meaning to hurt you, even though they talk reckless and loud and argue and fuss and fight, and things never seem to turn out right. Everything seems to always be wrong, and they sing that same old song all day long. Word. Are you ready for this? Can we fry it up like Friday fish? Word. Let's get into it. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. And this your the Daily Go Getimism Show. We do this every single day, every single day, every day. Every day it rains, every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752. AKA Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Get a Business Show all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should. Also, on this Throwback Thursday, let's get real about relationships Thursday. We are talking about toxicity in a relationship, and it may not really be toxicity as far as the two parties are concerned in the relationship, because they understand each other. They know when the threat is there with each other and when it's not. But you as an onlooker, you as somebody new to the situation, you as somebody that's protective over somebody that you are trying to get to know, it may not feel right to you, look right to you, sound right to you. So can a person talk reckless and talk crazy, but really be harmless? I've heard people say it, and y'all probably have heard people say it too. Man, they just be talking that up. She just be talking all that stuff when she get mad and all of that kind of stuff, but she ain't gonna do nothing. She ain't gonna hurt nothing. And believe me, behind closed doors, she's the most loving, gentle person that you ever want to meet, but she shows out around other people. She acts all crazy. She talks all that kind of stuff. Can that be true? Maybe y'all know about some situations where it is true, but is it all the way true? Is it true enough for you? Is it true enough for you to become comfortable with it? Have you ever been in that situation? Have you ever been in a situation with somebody who constantly yells, screams, complains, blames, curses, and somehow you have drawn from all of that they don't really mean nothing that they say. They just say things, or that's just their way when they get upset. That's just their way. You know, you've heard people say, that's just his way. That's just her way. And you looking like, ain't nobody trying to put up with that way. She just called you a pussy. Yeah. And you like, yeah, but she ain't mean none of that. Trust me. You know what I mean? Only pussy that be going on is what's going to happen later on tonight. Watch. Like, no, you watch. How can somebody cuss you out in front of everybody, embarrass you in front of people, borderline or all the way humiliate you in front of people? But in your mind, you're saying, but she ain't really mean it. He didn't really mean it. They got a lot on their mind. They going through a lot of stress. They don't really mean none of that mess. It's just a little messy situation, but I can deal with it as long as they don't give me a lot of frustration. Sometimes I get a little frustrated and a little mad, but they give me the best times that I ever had with anybody, even that other hottie that I used to chill with. She was soft spoken, but I couldn't get with her. Wouldn't use a token to go over her crib, even on the bus to take an Uber. I couldn't do it. No, you said, I don't know, man. I don't know. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? What's going on, Carol Chamberlain, me friend, me favorita? Thanks for coming on through. And my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. It's always great to see you. And Stacy White, thanks for coming through and making it bright. And yo, Robbie Robin Ming, she's a queen for a king. What's up, y'all? Here we are. We're talking about they talk reckless and crazy, but they harmless. I've heard people threaten each other like, I'll get you touched. I'll get my people to come through. You know we don't play around. I'll burn this shit down. Ow. Can you talk all of that and just be pump faking? Just selling wolf tickets? I mean, you personally, would you put up with that? Have you put up with it before? Are you doing it to somebody else? It's not always somebody else that's doing it to us. Sometimes it's us that do it to other people. But is it okay? Do we have that type of relationship established? Do we have a bond with each other and understanding with each other so solidified to the point where we can talk to each other in a way that really doesn't sound healthy in any way, shape, or form, but we can see through all of that, the eye of the storm? What y'all know? What y'all know? I don't know. You know what? My aunt and my uncle, I used to hear my aunt, and she was my aunt by marriage. He was my uncle. He was my blood uncle. I swear. I don't remember ever hearing my aunt talk to my uncle like a man. Like he was a man. She was always complaining about something. She was always like, and you blah, 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 blah. It was always, I never saw the love, but they were together all the time. All the time. Up under each other. All the time. And I was like, I just be thinking to myself, like, they obviously love each other. Because they wouldn't be together. And they were together, never been separated, never ever had any problems in their marriage that I'm aware of that made it look like they weren't going to be together anymore. Not even the threat of that. But I never used to hear them talk nice to each other, even about each other. Oh, you old blah, 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 blah. It was like Married with Children with actual love. You know, on the show Married with Children, you know, Al never seemed like he really loved Peg. Peg was always begging Al for sex and all this whole it was crazy. Well, they wasn't like that. It was weird. They still together to this day. Those old couples, those young couples that grow old together, that's them. That's them. What can I say? But eyeballing it for 50 years, I would have said, like, I thought they were always on the verge. It took me always probably into my 20s to get used to the way that they were. I used to be thinking, like, you have couples that put on a good face, that really show out nice and clean up nice for the public, but behind closed doors is all fussing, fighting, cheating, lying, all that old toxic stuff. But to everybody else, it's like, oh yeah, this is my wonderful wife. Oh, this is my loving husband, and oh yes, we're just this behind closed doors. I grew up with 5 brothers. You ain't gonna do this to me. Stab. Well, this wasn't that. This wasn't that. Let's see. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, says, my FB tagline is, I don't need help getting a headache. I have never and will never allow such toxicity in my space, even if it means being single for whatever time I have left. Word. I hear you, my brother. I hear you. TK Wright says, I thought that I said, oh, scored on. Norris Hill said, but we still together. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, this situation that I'm talking about is different. Like I said, I haven't seen anything like it in anyone else. And it used to raise my eyebrows with them. Like, yo, y'all good? Hey, yo, my niggas, y'all good? We good? They've been good. Over 50 years of marriage. Over 50 years of marriage. What can I say? What can I say? Now, even situations like this exist in friendships. I've seen friends that to me always look like they was on the verge of getting ready to fight. And I just be like, what kind of friend? What is this mess? Talk about each other like dogs and all that kind of stuff. Always looking like they about to rumble. Maybe sometimes they actually did, but it was something about each other that they always came back together and they was still cool. They wouldn't let nobody else mess with them, though. They wouldn't let nobody else put their hands on them or talk to them crazy or whatever. It's just a weird situation. Talk crazy and reckless. But they harmless. She ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing. I don't know how somebody can tell you that they gonna kill you and kill your whole family and you blow it off like, well, she just be saying that. He just be saying that. He's showing out. I don't know. Can a person really talk heavy like that? Talk crazy, talk reckless, talk toxic, if there's a such thing, and not really be about none of that life? Now, we all know people who talk smack, talk all that old, they talk a good one. They talk about what they've done to somebody and what they'll do to somebody, but you ain't got a record of nothing that they've ever done to anybody or anything that they will do to somebody. You ain't never seen them get busy, but they always talk about getting busy. You ain't busy enough to be talking about getting busy like that. But is it real? Can you talk reckless and crazy? And y'all may need me to define what talking crazy is. Y'all probably know what it means to talk reckless. That's when you send the text messages. You obviously haven't really thought about it. Threatening text messages, insulting text messages, accusatory text messages, that type of thing. You know. Layla Harris, what's going on, Layla? Good to see me some you. So you know how you read a text message, you know, that type of text message that have you being like, yo, did you think about what you was going to write before you wrote this? Like, why would you write this? Are you crazy? That type of text message. The type that you can't walk back like, well, I was just mad. No, this is not a just mad. This is not a just mad text. This is a text I could walk down to the police precinct and have you arrested for. Like, if I come to your crib and you're not home, I'm gonna kill the president of the United States. Watch. What Joe Biden got to do with me? I'm thinking about, I better get the Secret Service involved. But when you talk reckless, and I think that social media has really, really hyped up, exacerbated, increased the toxicity level that people speak with nowadays. Because now it's all about what everybody else can hear. I'll cuss you out in front of everybody. Everybody will know everything that's going on with you. I'll expose you. I'll expose you for all the world to hear. You want to be fake with me? Well, I'll expose you to I'll expose the real you to everybody out there. And that atmosphere, I don't know about y'all, but personally, I feel it in private life or in business life. Everything is out there on Front Street now. Everything is out there on Front Street. Like, what's the deal? What's up with that? What's going on? But that's what we're dealing with. That's what we're working with. So, man, but some people blow it off. They think that they know somebody enough to know when they're serious and when they're just blowing off steam. But how can you really know? How do you know when to take somebody really seriously and when not to? How do you know? Carol says, oh, my relationships are strange to those looking from the outside. Uh-huh. But cussing somebody else, cussing somebody out is cussing somebody out, ain't it? Are there levels to it? You know, a dog barking a lot. For some people, to people who are afraid of dogs, a dog barking is scary. To people who are not afraid of dogs and to people who know dogs, a dog barking is irritating. You understand what I'm saying? So when a person is afraid of dogs and they hear a dog barking, their dog is like a monster to them. Oh my God, he's gonna bite me. They don't know that the dog is wagging his tail and all of that. All they hear is all that noise. It's a red flag for them. The dog barking. For a person who's not afraid of dogs, for a person who knows dogs, they like, shut the fuck up, dog. Shut up. Why you want to hear all that noise? Sometimes the dog will shut up. If the person who's telling the dog to shut up is the person that owns the dog or is close to the dog. So, you know, maybe it's something like that with relationships too. Maybe, maybe, maybe. We gonna see. Let me see. Robbie Mink says some people just spurt out words without thinking first, as what to say. Yeah, that's true. But can you talk to somebody in a threatening manner, telling them what you going to do to them? You know, cussing at them, insulting them, maybe insulting their manhood or their womanhood or whatever, and still be harmless. To me, well, we know that words harm. We know that we know that words can hurt more than anything else in the world. You know, those words sting, and they sting in your memory day after day, month after month, year after year. So that sounds like harm to me. You know, when somebody is living rent free inside your head. Rent free. Let me see. Robin says, I don't need that in my life. I have too much more important things going on, no doubt. Nar says, I lied. It didn't take long for somebody to show their true colors for me to allow myself to accept and keep such personalities in my life. Okay. It doesn't take long, I meant to say. Okay. Okay. Carol Chamberlain says, today, if someone says something reckless, I'm taking it serious because you never know. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. Well, for the people who say that they do know, for the people who say that these people who are talking all reckless and crazy are harmless, what makes them say that they're harmless? The words that they are saying are harmful. Mm-hmm. I mean, he out and out going for this. Where's the harmless part? What we doing? What we doing? Some people, you know, I know how it is to be in a relationship where you don't want to admit that anything bad is going on in that relationship. I know what it's like to protect the business that y'all have together and keep it just between y'all. I know what that's like. I don't have a problem with that. But sometimes it's a situation where everybody can see what's going on. Somebody can see the way that somebody treats you. If you've ever been in a situation where somebody accused you of treating them bad because you weren't treating them the way that they wanted to be treated, but you felt like you were treating them the way that the situation warranted, that's a communication breakdown. And I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about in a situation where somebody can see and hear somebody cussing you out, somebody insulting you, somebody putting you down, somebody telling you that you're worthless, that you ain't nothing, you ain't this, that, and the third. Somebody telling everybody or letting everybody hear that you don't know how to have sex, or that you have a small dick, or your pussy is trash, garbage, stink, you don't wash up, you don't do this, that, and the third, you don't know how to cook, clean, you don't know how a woman is supposed to be, you ain't no kind of mother, you ain't no kind of father, you ain't nothing but a sperm donor, and the sperm ain't worth nothing. Your sperms are like a sickle. That's why all your kids are retarded. That kind of stuff. I know what it's like to witness all of that. And I understand that they figure, well, until they're not together anymore, they're going to sweep that under the rug. But as soon as they break up, then they're talking about how all of those things that were said affected them, and how now they find it hard to get into another relationship because that relationship just ugh, soured their whole view on how relationships are supposed to be. What is it like to be in a situation where you don't even know how you're supposed to be treated? Do y'all understand what I just said? What is it like to be in a situation where you don't even know how you're supposed to be treated? Maybe you've heard that you're supposed to be treated gently. You're supposed to be treated nicely. You're supposed to be treated with respect. So you're supposed to be treated respectfully. But maybe in your heart of hearts, since you've never experienced anything like that, since you've never even seen anything like that, since you were growing up watching relationships exist and develop and exist in your young life, maybe you don't even know what respect looks like. Maybe you don't even know what love and true affection looks like. Maybe you don't even know what it's like to be handled gently or with care. Maybe you don't know what it's like for somebody to think about how the words are going to affect you before they talk to you. And it don't have nothing to do with the way you look, because maybe you are beautiful. Maybe you are super handsome. But inside, there's a whole mosh pit inside of you. There's a whole swamp inside of you. It's all messed up. It ain't nothing but mosquitoes and water moccasins and marsh and what's that green shit? Algae. Well, you know all that stuff. Y'all been to Florida. Y'all been to Georgia. Y'all been down in South Carolina. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what a swamp looks like. You know how nasty a swamp is. You couldn't drink none of that water in a swamp. And that's what it's like inside of you. That's what's existing inside of your mind. You got a murky mind. You got a swamp-filled heart. Not that you're a bad person, but that's what you think it's supposed to be. Alligators and swamp fish. What kind of fish are in the swamp? We know they got alligators and eels. You got an eel. You got an eel inside of you. Rob asked me, is someone stalking you? Hell no. What you talking about? Listen, somebody can stalk me if they want to. Good luck with that. Listen, I stalk you back. I don't listen, you gonna stalk me, I'm stalking you right on back. We gonna meet each other stalking each other. Like, what you doing here? I was coming where you at. Sure, I'm on my way to go to where you at. I'm glad you here. What's up? I ain't got time for all that. We not doing that. I deal with regular toxicity. Regular. But no, nobody is stalking me. But I've seen some shit. But I will tell you this, Rob. I have been in relationships where women, made threats and talked all that old craziness and talked about what they would do. And you know what got rid of some of those women? Blocking them. That shut them up. Some people talk all of that stuff because there's an audience to listen to it. They talk all of that stuff because they know you'll respond to it. So some people, you have to cut off all communication. Like, you can't see me. You can't talk to me. If you talk to me, I won't talk to you back. I won't respond to the things that you do. It's sort of like when you're dealing with a child who's crying out for negative attention, and so they fall out on the floor and they throw a tantrum and they act all crazy. You know how you deal with that? Close the door and walk out of the room. Because without an audience, throwing a tantrum is worthless. Anybody who has kids and didn't find that out, if you've had a child who dealt with that, then you didn't raise them right. All you got to do is close the door and walk out. They will cut that shit out. Ain't no audience. Ain't nobody there to say, "Oh my God, oh, is it okay?" Nah, ain't nothing wrong with them. They know that you respond to. That's one of the first things that kids find out what other people will respond to. So in their limited knowledge, because they haven't been anywhere, done anything, learned too much yet. So they're just going with what they know and what works. And when they find out that acting a fool, falling out on the floor, crying, jumping up and down, stomping their feet and yelling, if they find out that that works, you can best believe they're going to do it time after time. If you yell and you scream, then I will help you time after time. You know? Okay. Okay, wait. No, it says, I lied again. Giving benefit of the doubt has made a fool out of me before. All right, man. All right, hold on. I might need to read all your comments before I settle on one. All right. Let me see. Carol says, so you mean a threatening text? Take that seriously, bruh. I would. Shh. If the cops take it seriously, I take it seriously too. Because you took time out to write that. But you know, people do that dumb shit all the time. And that's how they wind up locked up, cased up, and all of that. And text messages aren't things that you can take back. You send a text, you can delete it on your side, but they still got it on their side. And that's your ass. T. Carey Wright says, wolf tickets. They're selling wolf tickets. I know one thing. Speaking of tickets, the damn Sixers better tie that series up tonight. Because they got their ass whooped on Tuesday. Bad. Real bad. You know what I'm saying? So the series is 3-2. Miami. It ain't looking good. But we'll see. Robbie Mink says people who you block want your attention. Yeah, that's why they was doing that before you blocked them. But if you let them get in your head, Rob, you'll be scared to block their asses. How about that? You'll be scared to block them. Now, you know you're in a bad place when you are scared to not talk to somebody. Forget about talking to them. You're scared to not talk to them for fear of what they might do. Like if I don't talk to them, then that'll make them mad. They was already mad. They was already mad. So, you know. But yeah, you might be scared to actually cut them off. Do it. It'll work. A lot of people just are crying and dying for your attention. But can they be only crying and dying for your attention? How do you know that they're not going to do anything other, outside of talking? Not that talking is good, but how do you know that they're going to leave it there? How do you know? How do you know? Carol Chamberlain says, sometimes people see it but won't accept it, blinded by love. Love. Well, Carol. is the love on both sides. Now, we look at love like if somebody loves you, they might still hurt you, but they won't hurt you to the level that somebody who doesn't like you would hurt you. At least that's what we like to think. That's what we want to believe. But do we have the luxury? Do we have the liberty to believe that? What is it? What is it that would reinforce that in our thoughts and in our minds? How do we know that somebody ain't out to really, really seriously hurt us? We might not know. Robbie Ming says, I don't have a problem with blocking people. You don't have a problem blocking people? Yeah, I can dig it. See, it's a little bit different when you block people on the internet that you don't know anyway. You know, like you don't know these people. You ain't grow up with them. You didn't work with them. They wasn't your friends. You never saw them face to face. You never even got a good look at them. They don't even have enough profile pictures for you to even know exactly what they look like. You never saw them on video. Like many of y'all see me on video, so y'all figure like I know what he looks like, but I still look a little different in public, if you can believe that. It's a little different. It's a little different. Because y'all still are getting this view. Even if I do this, y'all still getting this view. If I do this, y'all still getting this view. So you might not know how I walk, how I talk to people face to face. It's a little different. It's a little different. And so I know it's different for y'all too. So yeah, blocking people on the internet should be easier. Because you don't know them in the first place. You don't know them. We can feel each other's energy, but people change. It changes in person. It changes face to face. But you can best believe if somebody is a dickhead online, well, they have their platform. So talk crazy and reckless, but harmless. Man, I've just heard enough people say it. Like that she don't mean nothing, or he don't mean nothing. Some people have even acted like you were strange for asking about it. Like, you don't know? Like, I don't know what. They don't mean nothing by that. That's just their way. That's just the way they are. Like, nah, man, I don't know. I don't know. Song by the Bars, The Heart Is Not So Smart. Yeah. Robbie Ming says, you will never know a person and what they are capable of. That's true. It's a lot of crazy. But what I was trying to get at was on the internet, it may be easier to just, block people out of your life, out of your existence. It may not be as easy in person. It may not be as easy because when you actually do know somebody, been around them, have felt their energy, want to be around them, they want to be around you if you have a relationship with them. So you know some of their good traits, bad traits, things like that. It may influence your decision otherwise. You may not be as quick to give somebody the quick exit out of your life as you would with somebody that you never met, never really been around, somebody who doesn't affect you or whatever. That's why, like, sometimes it's so much easier to give advice to people who are in relationships because you're not in a relationship with them. So, irresponsibly, we might just tell somebody, man, you need to cut them off, or you need to get out of that relationship, or you need to stop doing this, or you need to blah blah blah, or you need to get a divorce and just co-parent with your spouse. But you don't feel what they feel. Your heart don't beat for them or bleed for them like theirs do. So it's easy to tell somebody that they need to be with somebody else or be with somebody better when you're not with the person that they are with already. You're not used to that person. That person hasn't had the effect on you like it has had on them. So sometimes we even get mad at people for not following the relationship advice that we gave them. Well, they ain't supposed to follow that relationship advice. You don't feel how they feel. And we have to be more sensitive and understanding to how some people are affected by other people. So it makes sense that we would ask the question about wondering if somebody is safe when we see them being abused. But if they don't see themselves as being abused, then what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, why do you let your man talk to you like that? Why you let your girl berate you like that? Like, she wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that to me. 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 I cut the picture off, cut her ass off, cut her titties off. Get my dick soft. She makes me go soft every day. There's no way that I would ever be with somebody like that. You got that, homie. Yo, that she's a bat. And I don't like her. If I think you should quit her. I got this other girl that I think you would like. You could come around her and it's like, yo, leave your joint alone. Get her off your phone. She keeps blowing you up when we out. Yo, give a shout. Yeah, well, that ain't your girl. So you don't understand that. That ain't your wife. So you don't
60
that ain't
seconds.
But your question is, and your concern is, and should be, are you safe? All right, regardless of how you accept the treatment from your man or your woman that you're getting, are you safe? That's all I'm concerned about. Do you need my help getting to safety, getting to a comfortable place? Because it doesn't sound like you are safe from what I'm hearing. If you need my help, I'm here. But I ain't trying to hear all of that. Oh, they harmless. They ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna do nothing. I mean, you never know. You never know. That's all
10
I'm saying.
seconds.
That's all I'm saying. I just want to get you to safety, baby. That's all. I'm just trying to get you to safety in the best way that I can. Surely, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on, man? Carol Chamberlain says, get on the floor and scream with them. Trust me, it works. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can make it a game. Yeah, that does work. It does work. But you don't always feel like getting your clothes all wrinkled. You know what I mean? Carol Chamberlain says, talking loud and saying nothing. Sometimes, yeah. Carol Chamberlain says, so you a stalker? Only when stalked. Like, you just got to stalk back. Because stalkers, they scare you by getting inside your head, making you believe that you can't get rid of them. So sometimes you might have to play the game and make them see that they can't get rid of you. But it's confusing and it can be dangerous because that stalking shit is dangerous. People kill people over that. They do. That's not a safe place. That's not a safe space. It's not safe. It's not safe. So I ain't gonna say that I haven't been stalked, but I've had more of the stalking where I've had the drive-by. I've had the drive-by, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have they jump out at me when I'm going to work in the morning. I ain't have that. But I have had where Well, yeah, I see that you wasn't home last night. What you mean I wasn't home last night? Well, you wasn't home last night. How you know that? Trust me, I know. Your car wasn't there. It wasn't there when? Well, what time did you come home? No, don't worry about it. I'm just saying, what time did you not see my car? You know, that kind of thing. The drive-by. Well, I saw your light on. It was 3:00 in the morning. I saw your light on. So I know you wasn't there. Your car wasn't there and your light was on. So I knew you wasn't there. You know, that kind of stuff. I had that kind of stuff happen. So that's like kind of light stalking. But it's stalking nonetheless. Let's do these birthday shout outs. I have some birthday shout outs to do. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious Robbie Meek says, and so what? I'm grown. May 11th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go up. Wait. May 12th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them, making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. To get the RESPECT, they are SPECIAL. To get the RESPECT, they are SPECIAL. To get the RESPECT, they get number one out the box. Inez Harville, happy birthday to you. And Ingrid Garcia, turning 29 years old today. And Dee Dee Nelson, turning 51 years old today. And Christy Coffey, turning 44 years old today. And go get a Tanya Durham. Happy birthday to you. And last but not least, George Madison. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious May 12th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen. All that talking, yelling, screaming, hollering, and arguing, and cursing them out, and telling you where you can go and what you can't do, and how you came through, and your mama and your daddy too, and the hell with all these kids and all your grandmothers too, and everybody in your whole life. Don't care about them, but I still want to be your wife. I still want to be your man, and I'ma still do the best for you that I can. Ugh. Like I said, if you don't get anything out of this show, just know that there are people who care about you and they want you to be in a safe space. People who care about you want you to be safe. They want to know that you are safe. When people that you love are knowingly unsafe, it makes you feel unsafe because you don't know when you're going to get that call. You don't know when you're going to get that notification. And you don't want that. You don't want it, I don't want it, none of us want it. But it's going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. We make it that way. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, and love y'all right back to life. Hope y'all enjoy listening to the show as much as I enjoy broadcasting it. Don't forget to like the show. Don't forget to share the show. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. And we will be back tomorrow night. And tomorrow night is going to be Friday. And by that time, y'all will be free for the weekend. Free. Because I just want to be free. Da, 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 da. Yeah. 'Cause I just got to be free. Free. Yeah. So that's how it's going down, y'all. Blog Talk, let me get you out of here. Bang. I said. I said.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Hit me. All right, y'all. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. 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 Y'all know how we do. We are like troopers. Peace.